MX Bikes is quickly becoming the most popular motocross game in all of gaming right now. If not the most popular, it is just the most realistic, the most fun, and the most rewarding game you will ever play when it comes to the motocross genre. But here are 10 things that I wish I knew before I sunk 6,000 hours into the game. 1. The game is basically unplayable without mods. That's just the way that it is, all right? You can't really do anything fun without mods. You need the OEM bikes, you need tracks, you need gear, helmets, boots, gloves. You need the whole 9 yards, you know what I'm saying? There's even a horse mod that you can get, but the game is not fun without the mods. So if you want to have fun, which most people do, make sure you get mods. And you can find mods over on mxbmods.com or MX Bike Shop. Or you can just watch my beginner's guide to mods, which you can find down in the description. That'll help you get sorted out right away. Second, there are 2 first-person cameras. Now, if you're anything like me, you're a little bit slow, all right? And when I first started playing the game, I was stuck on what's called static onboard. This is not it, okay? This is mid, this is not ideal, don't do that. What you're gonna do is you're gonna hit V on your keyboard, V as in vegetable, and you're gonna hit that and it'll be dynamic onboard view. That is what you wanna be on. Trust the dock. This is the camera angle you wanna be on. Now, if you want to change your settings a little bit, you can hit Shift C and you can use your arrow keys to go forward and back. Give yourself a little bit different cockpit view there. Hit Shift C again, and you can go up and down as well. That is, wow, look at that. Features, baby. Number 3, this is an assist, or this is talking about assists. I'm gonna tell you right now, turn all of the riding aids off, okay? Except for a couple that we'll get to later, but pretty much don't play the game with ride assist on because it's only going to hold your back. Lean help, all that stuff it may be easier right out of the gate, but I promise after like 10, 15 hours, you're gonna be a sad little duckling trying to learn how to play the game with them off, okay? So just start the game with them off. Moving on to number 4, I know it's fun, I know, we wanna whip everything, okay? We wanna scrub, we wanna be JS7, we wanna be JB Barsha, we want to be Kenny Roxon, okay? That's what you want, I know you do, but don't do it. Learn how to play the game without whipping constantly. Okay, this is also if you just want to learn how to go fast and you don't really care about having style, okay? If you want to learn how to go fast, focus on your line choice, focus on getting over the jumps without absolutely tossing her. Now, maybe you take a little bit of time and you toss it in the rear, but yeah, just also take time to not toss it in the rear. You know what I mean? Number 5, try different tracks. All right, yeah, that's gonna be an important thing. We're gonna try different tracks because when you start getting into the game, there's gonna be a bunch of tracks on the server list. Walnut, Farm 14, Polita V2, Mouse Moto Park. There's gonna be a bunch on there and they're all very fun and they're very good for when you're starting out. But if you really want to, you know, advance in this game and be better, I need you to try different tracks, okay? Try the aerial tracks, which are the pro tracks. Try a bunch of other tracks on the shop or on mods for free. Try the RD tracks, wink, wink, because they're awesome. Just try different things. I promise if you get off of the main 5 or 6 tracks, you will advance a lot faster at this game. Number 6 is to subscribe to REAPERDOC because I am basically MX Bikes for Dummies. Yep, that's all. Number 7, I would suggest not playing or hosting a server that is not a daddy list. And if you look here and you click on race, you see this D right here. This means this is a dedicated server and these are what you're gonna wanna play on. They typically have a much better connection. You're not gonna get booted. A lot of the times you'll have connection timeout issues if you aren't playing on a daddy. So make sure you play on a daddy. And if you want to buy your own daddy and host your own servers, head over to mymxb.com, which will be down in the description, of course. Okay, now we're gonna talk about tilt and pitch. So we're gonna go to our settings and under simulation over here, this is for first person players. Tilt, I had no idea what tilt was until basically 5 minutes ago when I thought I could explain this. Tilt is when you're turning, your camera will rotate. I'll put something in the background here so you can see it. And the higher your tilt, the more basically the rider is tilting his head. Wow, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it, when you think of it that way? I didn't know. I was homeschooled. It is what it is. Pitch. This is, the more he looks at his front fender. I don't run any pitch because I like my guy to look out forward. I know some people do run 10, 20% pitch to look down a little bit, but I would suggest not running too high of a pitch, all right? Number 9, now, if you've watched any of my tutorial videos, basically on anything, you know I've said this in pretty much every video. Corner entry is the most important thing in this game. Hands down, it is. It's just the most important thing. Don't go into the corners in the middle. Go into the corners where you're supposed to at the entry of the rut, and you will have way more speed. Not only will you have more speed through the corner, you'll have more speed down the straightaway, which will allow you to scrub more, and you know, all of that. It's very interesting when you can pass somebody on a straightaway when you both entered the corner at the same time. Doesn't make sense unless you have better corner entry and you can blow right past them on a straightaway. And people are always curious on what's going on. You want to know how the pros are going so fast? It's because their corner entry is literally perfect. And yeah, that's how you do it. And then you can scrub more, like I said, and you can say lower to the ground, which means you're on the ground faster. You guys understand. And number 10, the final thing, brake help and auto clutch are your friend. I know I said don't put any riding aids on, but I lied, and you're going to want to run brake help. Some people don't run brake help. I feel like there's literally no reason not to run brake help. It just helps your brakes. You understand? It helps you not lock your brakes up, and that's good. Yep, you know, and auto clutch. Do you want to kick your bike over or have to push K on your keyboard to start the bike every time you crash? No, you don't. You don't. So we're going to put auto clutch, because if you don't have auto clutch, you're going to have to start your bike every time. It is interesting. The Suzuki actually does kick over, which is good, because the Suzuki is old. You know, it's funny. Ken Roxon is racing a 250 in a couple weeks at Ironman, and it's going to be the same 250 that he rode like 18 years ago. If you guys enjoyed this video, thank you. I love you. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I hope that you guys found this useful. And like I said, at tip number 6, if you guys need anything else, my channel is literally MX Bikes for Dummies. So make sure you subscribe and check out all those videos, because yeah, we're all dummies and we needed this video. I made these videos for me. So, yep. Anyway, have a good day, boys.